Have you ever sat in the dark, staring at your phone, hoping, wishing that she would come back? That the pain in your chest would finally loosen its grip? That just one message, one word, would make it all feel okay again? Most men know this moment too well. The silence after heartbreak isn't just quiet, it's deafening. It's the kind of silence that makes you question everything: who you are, what you did wrong, whether you were ever enough. And yet, in that silence, most men suffer alone. They don't speak, they don't cry, they don't reach out, because the world tells them, be a man, tough it out, move on. But they don't move on. They sink, slowly, quietly, and their pain becomes armor. But what if I told you it doesn't have to end in silence? What if I told you that heartbreak, as devastating as it feels, can be the greatest turning point of your life? What if the pain you feel right now is not a punishment, but an invitation? This is where Stoicism begins, not in peace, but in the fire. When everything feels like it's falling apart, the Stoic man stands still. He doesn't beg, he doesn't chase, he doesn't collapse, he rebuilds from within. And today, you're going to learn how. Why most men fall apart after heartbreak, and how you can rise with calm, clarity, and unshakable power. So sit down, put on your headphones, forget the noise. It's time to remember who you are. Let's begin. Number 1. Why most men collapse after heartbreak. Heartbreak isn't just emotional pain, it's a full-blown identity crisis. It shakes the core of who you thought you were. It punches holes through your confidence, your masculinity, your sense of control. Why? Because most men were never taught how to feel without falling apart. We're raised on slogans: be a man, don't cry, move on. But nobody ever teaches us how. So when she leaves, when the messages stop coming, when she says, I don't love you anymore, you spiral, you overthink, you over-apologize. You text her at 2 a.m., hoping maybe, just maybe, she'll change her mind. You beg. You question every move you made. You blame yourself for everything. And in that emotional storm, you don't just lose her, you lose you. Your self-respect slips. Your dignity takes the hit. You become someone you don't even recognize. This is why most men collapse after heartbreak. Not because of the woman's absence, but because they never built emotional resilience within. Their strength was external. Their confidence was tied to her presence. And when she walked away, their foundation cracked. But it doesn't have to be that way. Pain doesn't have to turn into weakness. It can become fuel. This is where Stoicism enters. It's not about being emotionless. It's about emotional control. It's about training your mind to stand firm when the heart trembles. It's about choosing self-respect over self-pity. And once you understand this, truly understand it, everything changes. The heartbreak becomes your teacher. The silence becomes your training ground. And the man you become afterward, stronger, wiser, unshakable. Number 2. The 5 Stoic lessons for surviving heartbreak. Lesson 1. You do not own anyone. Epictetus said, never say about anything, I have lost it, but only, I have given it back. Most men break down after a breakup because they think they've lost something that belonged to them. But you didn't lose her, because she was never yours to own. No person belongs to another. She came into your life as a chapter, not the whole story. She was there to teach you something about love, about vulnerability, about who you are when things fall apart. Maybe she taught you what connection feels like. Maybe she taught you what pain feels like. But the truth is, she didn't leave. She returned to the flow of life, just like everything does. just like everything must. When you hold on to something temporary and demand permanence, you suffer. You create your own pain. But when you see her not as a possession, but as an experience, you free yourself. The lesson here is detachment, not from love, but from illusion. Don't cling to someone who was never meant to stay. Let go with dignity. That's where your strength begins. That's where your healing begins. The Stoic man doesn't say, "She was mine." He says, "She came, she taught me, and now she's gone. And I remain, stronger, wiser, still whole." Lesson 2. Pain is part of the path. When your heart breaks, it feels like weakness, like you've failed, like something inside you is broken beyond repair. But that's not the truth. That's just the beginning. Seneca said, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." Just like your muscles grow through resistance, your soul grows through struggle. Every tear you shed is a release. Every night you lie awake in silence is shaping you into something stronger. Don't run from the pain. Don't numb it. Don't curse it. Feel it fully. Let it cut you open so you can see what you're made of. Because this pain, it's not your enemy. It's your turning point. You can let it destroy you, or you can let it forge you. Let the heartbreak carve wisdom into your chest. Let the sadness teach you stillness. Let the pain mold you, not melt you. That's how warriors are born. Lesson 3. You are not your thoughts. Heartbreak has a cruel voice. It whispers lies in the dark. You weren't enough. You're broken. You'll never be loved again. These thoughts feel real, but Stoicism teaches that they are not you. Epictetus reminded us that we are not disturbed by things, but by our views of them. Your mind in pain will try to protect you by blaming you. But those thoughts, they're not truth. They're noise. They're clouds, temporary, shifting, fading. And you are not the clouds. You are the mountain they pass over, solid, unmoved. The Stoic man learns to witness his thoughts without becoming them. He says, "I hear the doubt, but I am not the doubt." He doesn't fight the thoughts. He watches them, lets them pass, and stands firm. Your mind may tremble, but your soul does not. Let the thoughts come and go. You remain, strong, centered, unshaken. Lesson 4. Focus on what you can control. You can't control if she left. You can't control what she feels. You can't rewrite the past or force closure. But you can control one thing. You can control your breath when the panic hits. You can control your discipline when your emotions beg you to act impulsively. You can control your next thought, your next step, your next word. Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." That's where your freedom lives, in your response, in your choices, in your silence. Heartbreak makes you feel powerless, but that's only because you're focused on the wrong things. Stop trying to change her. Start mastering you. This moment is your mirror. Use it. Reclaim your thoughts. Reclaim your habits. Reclaim your self-respect. The Stoic man doesn't control others. He controls himself. And that's what makes him untouchable. Lesson 5. Let go with dignity. The most masculine thing you can do after heartbreak isn't chasing, pleading, or proving your worth. It's walking away, in peace. No drama, no emotional explosions, no desperate messages, just calm, just silence, just a quiet nod to the universe that says, "I learned, I loved, I let go." That is the Stoic path. Not because you didn't care, but because you care about yourself enough not to lose your soul trying to hold on. Letting go with dignity is strength. It shows emotional maturity. It shows restraint. And most importantly, It shows respect for your own journey. She may leave your life, but your character must never leave you. Number 3. What to do after the breakup. Actionable Stoic practices. Feeling broken? Good. That means you're open. That means the ego has cracked, and that's where light gets in. But you don't sit in that pain. You move through it. Here's how. 1. Journal every morning. Before the world speaks, write. Let your pain hit the page instead of your heart. Don't filter, don't analyze. Just bleed onto the paper. You'll begin to see patterns, and eventually, power. 2. Walk in silence. No music, no podcasts, just footsteps and breath. The world will try to drown you in noise. Reject it. Let nature talk to you. Let your mind settle. In silence, truth rises. 3. Read 1 page of Marcus Aurelius daily. 1 page. That's it. Let ancient wisdom shape your modern struggle. Let his calm infect your chaos. Let his discipline become your mirror. 4. Go cold turkey. No checking her Instagram. No rereading texts. No late night, just checking in messages. Cut the addiction at the root. Emotional freedom starts with radical detachment. 5. Workout. Not to get her back, not for revenge, but to reclaim your body. To remind yourself, you are not fragile. You are not finished. Sweat out the weakness. Discipline your flesh. Rebuild the temple. 6. Pray or meditate. You are not alone. Connect with something higher. Call it God, nature, the Logos. Let stillness show you what matters. Ask nothing. Just listen. 7. Help others. Yes, even now, especially now. Serve someone else. Lift their weight. Give your time. When you help others rise, you remember your own strength. These practices won't erase the pain. They're not supposed to, but they will make you strong enough to carry it with honor, with peace, and with power. That's what Stoic men do. Number 4. What is Stoicism and why it matters now? Stoicism is not about being cold. It's not about pretending you don't care. It's not about denying your pain. Stoicism is emotional mastery, the ability to feel fully and still remain in control. It's the art of standing tall in the middle of the storm and saying, "This will not break me." Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor, faced betrayal, war, disease, and even the death of his own children. And yet, he didn't collapse. He didn't lash out. Instead, he wrote, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this, you have the power to revoke at any moment." That is Stoicism in action. It doesn't deny the suffering. It teaches you how to respond to it. Heartbreak will hurt. But Stoicism teaches you this truth. You are not the pain. You are the observer of the pain. You are not your thoughts. You are the one who watches them come and go. You are not the memory of her smile or the echo of her goodbye. You are the one who remains when everything else fades. This is the power of Stoicism. It helps you feel grief without collapsing under it. It helps you feel longing without chasing. It helps you feel broken without acting like a broken man. Most men are taught that power comes from control. Control over others, over outcomes, over women. But the Stoic man understands. True power is control over yourself. It's sitting in silence, letting the pain rise up in your chest and watching it pass without letting it poison your actions. In a world that tells you to escape pain, Stoicism teaches you to face it and transform it. And in doing so, you become something rare. You become unshakable. Number 5. A message for the man listening in the dark. If you're listening to this alone right now, maybe it's 2 a.m. The room is silent. The world feels distant, and your chest feels like it's collapsing under the weight of everything you didn't get to say. everything she'll never hear. Maybe you haven't eaten. Maybe you haven't slept. Maybe you're still holding onto a photo, a message, a memory, hoping she'll come back. But brother, listen closely. You are not broken. You are breaking open. This isn't the end of you. This is the beginning of your becoming. The Stoics, Marcus, Epictetus, Seneca, they weren't statues of stone. They were men, hurt, betrayed, abandoned, just like you. And yet, they stood back up. They wrote in the dark. They trained in silence. They turned their pain into wisdom, and now their words guide millions. You are one of them. You are not weak for hurting. You are strong for feeling and still choosing to rise. Breathe. You're going to be okay. And not just okay, you're going to be unshakable, stoic, unforgettable. Stay in the fight. The world hasn't seen your strength yet, but it will. If this message has touched you, it's time to take action. Strength doesn't come from noise or boasting. It comes from discipline, clarity, and quiet resilience. The Stoic path is not easy, but it's real. It's for those who want to build something lasting and powerful within themselves. Remember, the loudest voice in the room is rarely the strongest. True strength is calm, composed, and unshakable. Speak less. Think more. Win quietly. Start observing your thoughts. Start cutting away what doesn't serve you, and begin the journey to mastery over yourself. Subscribe now for more powerful guidance to help you become the man you were meant to be. Walk the path of silence and strength, and watch as your quiet power changes everything. Your story isn't over, it's just beginning.